What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Hard Count. Anthony, your host, CJ. How are we doing, my guy? And then, of course, we got our special guest back.
Sir,
Thanks for having me back, man. I appreciate being here, man.
You know how it is. I said, listen, this man popped into the StreamYard before CJ got in here, and he was like, "Yo, what's up?" I was like, "Oh, I didn't even know anybody was coming on the show." I said, "Hey, but you know what? The more, the merrier." So listen, if anybody's ever looking to pull up, feel free. We accept all guests. We be having a chill time out here. So how we doing, boys? What's good?
All is well on this side. You know, just talking some football. Good
Likewise,
vibes, man. Good vibes.
Bro, we just can't get out of the snow, bro.
We got Connie A. Smith to my left over there. So.
Bro, CJ keep gassing me up, talking about Connie A. Smith, all this, bro. I don't know. That's a lot of weight to carry.
Hey, you know what I mean?
Yo, listen, all I'll say is us New Yorkers, bro, we just can't get out this snow, bro.
I'm in Buffalo right now, so man, it's been snowing since I got here, man. It's just won't stop.
Wicked.
Bro, listen, as we would say, it's out of pocket. It really is.
It really is.
No doubt.
I don't know what we got to do. I've been plowing the driveway like 3 times a day. Like, bro, come on.
Salting that shit, it's crazy.
But you know what? I'll still take East Coast over West Coast, you soft-ass California people out there. That's right.
Yeah, so those shots early.
Yeah, bro. Everybody want to come at New York, bro. They ain't ready for disrespect. Everybody likes to talk about New York and tell you in the city, and somebody tells you to screw off for saying hello to them. Am I right, CJ? Am I right?
Yeah, the city, no love.
Out there.
Especially in these times, no love.
All right, let's get into it. Of course, got to thank the sponsors to start the show off. So, if you are into the betting world, make sure you go over to mybookie.ag and use code USN100 to double your first deposit up to $2,000. Listen, people, we got the NBA, we got NHL. There's fights all the time. If you want to watch NASCAR and bet on that, I'm sure you can. Baseball is coming back in like 30-something days. I'm literally counting down to opening pitch. I cannot wait. So make sure you go and check out MyBookie, of course. Throw some bets, and then with that money, because you're going to be a professional bettor, you're going to hit at that, I believe it's 55% clip. Bro, isn't that crazy? You only got to hit at 55% of your best to be a professional bettor. Like, that ain't even that good.
That's really not.
It's not. I might dip and dabble,
you know the vibes. We got some people out there. Shout out the Bets on Rap crew. So make sure you go check them out if you're trying to get your money up. You know what I mean?
Hot shot that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then make sure with that money you're winning, you go and check out RxHemp, RxHemp-USN to save you 10% on your order. I respect that comment. Anthony the GOAT. Listen, I'm trying out here.
Hey.
I'm trying.
Come on, man. Big GOAT vibes.
Yo, I got Brady behind me, bro. It must be Patriot things, you know?
It's in the works.
So make sure you check out RxHemp, RxHemp-USN, 10% on your entire order. Listen, if you're like us New Yorkers, you got the snow out there, you're a little sore from shoveling all the time. Pull up with some RxHemp, you'll feel brand new in the morning. It won't you'll be ready to shovel another 6 inches that will probably get overnight. So get you some RxHemp. Then, of course, head over to Teespring/stores/Unwrapped. Check out the merch. Unwrapped has merch. Each individual show has merch as well. So if you are a supporter of a show, you like a certain show, make sure you go check out their merch. We got our merch, Gen Z. Let's see, Backstop Banter. I was gonna say the Hard Count. Count the Bucket. Let's see, who else we got, CJ?
You got Business Casual too.
Ladies First.
Basketball Business Casual too.
Yes, sir. Business Casual. Bets on Wrapped has some of their stuff.
Keeping it blunt.
Exactly. So if you like a show, make sure you go and check out the merch. Yo, this man Christian literally won't let me live. I retired from COD for like a week and a half, and this man's always on me, bro. Like, come on. I got to play a little GTA here and there. It's double money right now. So
you got to mix it up, man.
Exactly. Greatness recognized great. Yo, I appreciate you, Trey. Good looks. And then finally, we're on Patreon now. So go and be a VIP, okay? Because $1, you're supporting the squad, and we appreciate you. $5, you get 10% off on the store that I was just talking about. You get entered into an Amazon gift card giveaway and you get access to our exclusive Discord chat. Listen, you get to talk with the whole Unwrapped crew, get betting props. You can talk about gaming, football, anything you want to talk about. We are basically there 24/7. So make sure you check that out. And then $10, you get everything I just said, along with the 10% discount goes to 20%. And you get entered into this beautiful Keenan Allen signed jersey giveaway. Now listen, let me tell you something. I'm keeping the jersey if I win. But even if you want to be a businessman and resell it, bro, $10 into whatever profit you make. I mean, you're a smart man right there as well.
That's a nice flip.
Exactly. Dang, when you retire from COD, you was the Gulag God. Yo, listen, I think I COD'd myself out, bro.
The Gulag God, huh?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I had some moments on the Twitch stream where I was doing some things. So I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I did not live in the Gulag, Christian. That was you. I think you're mistaking our gameplay, bro. I was out here carrying Christian to wins all the time. I got my back started to hurt. Had to get some RX hemp. So, it's a tough life out here, yo. My hair is just not working with me today, bro. Like, I don't know what is going on right now, but I don't appreciate it. Listen, I'm a little disheveled. Had early work in the morning, bro. Listen, work in the morning for me don't mix. I'm not a morning guy. I need my sleep.
I hear that.
I hear you, bro. I hear you for sure.
I definitely hear that.
Need my 8 hours, though.
Nah, I need I need more than 8 sometimes, bro. I'm telling you, it takes a lot to get up sometimes. Well, let's head into the real reason everybody's here. Besides these beautiful faces, we'll get into the football real quick. Obviously, the big story is Wentz being traded to the Colts. Kind of just want your guys' general reaction. I definitely got some thoughts on it, but I'll let you guys go first. CJ, you can start us off.
For me, the clock is ticking for both squads, Colts and the Eagles. It's a big, it was a pretty big trade, not from compensation wise in terms of what the Eagles got back. I mean, what the Eagles got back, but just for the fact that it just looked like that Wentz's time in Philadelphia ran its course. I heard reports about him and Doug Peterson not talking for like 8 to 10 weeks. To me, that's really selfish, because again, you got 52 other guys in that locker trying to win with the same mission, and the two most important, figures on the team aren't talking. It's a little interesting to say the least. So.
It's a bold strategy, as some would say.
It's a crazy strategy, which I think why both of those guys are gone. And the Colts, obviously, Frank Reich looks like a quarterback whisperer. Andrew Luck had his most efficient year as a Colt before he retired. Phillip Rivers, a lot of people thought he was done. A lot of people thought he was washed after that last season with the Chargers. Went to the Colts, and played pretty solid after his relationship with Frank Reich back when he was. I'm glad he's out of Philly. Yeah. It was time. It was definitely time. And now you got Winston in Indianapolis now. I think, they don't have to ask him to do as much. They have a really solid offensive line. They need a left tackle after Anthony Costanzo ended up retiring. So that's something they need to work on. They got some pretty good receivers. Not a Ty's a 1, but they could use some. Michael Pittman's pretty good too, young guy.
You think Ty's still a 1?
Yeah, I think so. He can still make big time plays, and but they still need those other guys to step up that they have Pascal, Campbell. They got. We'll see what happens with Jack Doyle. They might get Ertz if he's released here soon. I think it was a good fit for Carson Wentz going to a division that's very winnable. With we see with the dismay and the struggles over there in Houston. The Jaguars obviously on the rebuild. Tennessee, they're always going to be that 9-7, 10-6 type team just because of how they're built. So they could obviously win that division, and it's very possible. So I think it was a good trade for both sides, just because it'd be just the energy. The energy wasn't right.
Nick, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, I think Carson Wentz going to any team, I think Frank Wright is one of the best coaches he could have in a new position right now. I think he's a great players type of coach. Like, just like CJ was saying about how Carson Wentz and Doug Peterson weren't talking for like however many weeks. He said, I can't see Frank Wright like doing something like that with Carson Wentz. Like I said, he's a real players type of coach. He likes to bring the best out of his players. They have a solid locker room foundation. Like, as far as it, like, from the O-line goes to the running back, they have a solid defense. I do, however, think it's still a lot of pressure on Carson Wentz to succeed there. Like, I mean, I know they have a solid running game. They have a good O-line. They don't need for him to do as much, just like CJ was saying, but it's still a lot of pressure, like, to go out the way he went in Philly. Like, like, as soon as they announced that Jalen Hurts was a starter, I think it was the same day or the next day, he's talking about he wants out of Philly, he wants to get traded. I just feel like he could have handled that situation a lot better and be a lot more mature about it. And I feel like that's why I feel like him having Frank Wright as a coach in that type of locker room and that type of team already, it's a great momentum boost to rebuild his career. So I feel like it's definitely a win-win for both. I mean, giving up a second and a third rounder, I mean, I kind of feel like they gave up a lot, but at the same time, it's like that was a number one quarterback. He did great his first year. He just really needs to have a fresh start, and what better start he could have with the Colts. They have a solid team already, so I think it'll work out for him.
Yeah, that's the thing. I still like Wentz. I really do. Like, obviously, I probably like him more than other people did. I might have picked my boy to win MVP. I might have picked him to win MVP this season. Did it work out? No, not exactly.
Sheesh.
But listen, I still got faith in him. I feel like people gave up on him too early. I said this yesterday on Gen Z. Like, bro, he was the MVP in 2017. Like, if he doesn't get hurt, Brady, listen, I'm not talking to a bigger Brady fan than me. And Brady was not winning that MVP in 17 if Wentz doesn't get hurt. So people really forget about that. Kind of a weird injury there. It was like a little QB run type of thing, and he just hurts his knee. Then he had some back problems, and then he carries a terrible team to the playoffs just a year ago. Literally, it felt like he was pulling people out of the stands. Finding people in the Kmart parking lot, and then all of a sudden strapping on helmets, and he was throwing some dots to him. So people are forgetting the talent that he has, in my opinion. Oh gosh, but I like the Colts situation. Obviously, things kind of went downhill for him when the O-line went downhill as well. And I mean, you can just look at the Super Bowl. You can be probably the best quarterback ever, or Patrick Mahomes level quarterback, however you want to rank him all time or things now. If you don't have an O-line, nothing's really going to happen. It's going to be the struggle. It's going to be a struggle no matter what. He was playing with the ghost of Jason Peters at left tackle half the time because that man was getting hurt every game. He was just old. He couldn't do it anymore. The receivers still weren't good there either. Now, listen, I'm not saying he's going from the Eagles' terrible receiving core to all of a sudden the Colts and they're like the Chiefs. No, but the Colts still have a solid receiving core, and I'll tell you what, I don't think Wentz has ever had a top 7-5 O-line, and that's exactly what the Colts are right now. Yeah, Quentin Nelson. Quentin Nelson is probably the best guard in the league.
When they won the Super Bowl, they had a great O-line.
Yeah, and that was his MVP year.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, you can just look at that. And then, like I said, the Colts have Jonathan Taylor as well. Obviously, a lot of people fell in love with him this year, especially in the fantasy aspect. So it takes the pressure off of him as well with that situation, because I felt like in Philly, like, I don't know how you guys feel about Miles Sanders. Like, I like him. Mm-hmm. And I felt like they never wanted to give him the ball.
Yeah, so that's Doug Peterson for you.
Exactly. Everything was on Wentz, and now it's not. Frank Reich, he's reunited with him, who obviously was the coach or the offensive coordinator when he was so good. They have Jonathan Taylor now, so that takes pressure off of him. He can just hand the ball off, get the play action, make the linebackers move up, make the safeties move up. Then you can take your shots over the top and things like that. I still totally believe in Wentz. I think they're going to end up winning this division. Some people look at it as almost the same thing as Philip Rivers. I don't. Philip Rivers was washed his last year, in my opinion. Like, he was still putting up some solid numbers, but that's not Philip Rivers, prime time. That was, noodle arm, sidewinder Philip Rivers. So I don't know. I got faith, and kind of sounds like you guys do as well. I like the situation. Nick, like you said, a second and a third rounder. For what a quarterback he can be, I don't even think they gave up that much. Like you said, you thought they gave up too much. If he turns into, MVP or even a step down from that, you're going to look at this trade like a robbery. Yeah, and I mean, it is a little weird too, though, because I think if he plays in 75% of snaps for the Colts this year, and they miss the playoffs, and they make the playoffs, then it's a first round pick. But if he plays, I was wrong there. If it's 75% and they don't make the playoffs, or 70% and they do make the playoffs, then it turns into a first round pick. And even then, I feel like you take the risk on the potential. Like, we obviously all saw what he was, so I like it. They get another wide receiver. They fix up, like you said, CJ, the left tackle situation. Maybe pick up some people on the defensive side, and I don't know why you don't win this division easily.
Yeah, I think, a lot of people also talked about his mental makeup after the Eagles drafted Jalen Hurts. It's a factor, now obviously he knows he's the guy, so that I think that might change his mindset a little bit. Obviously, with Nick Foles actually going out there, winning the Super Bowl, playing those games, and then the following year winning a playoff game against the Bears after Wentz got hurt again. It just seemed his relationship with the fans, some of the fans, and just that organization, it just never seemed right because his durability. And he probably looked at that Jalen Hurts getting drafted as just a here we go again type deal. You look at guys like Brady, when they drafted Garoppolo in the second round, he used it as fuel. When the Packers drafted Jordan Love last year, Aaron Rodgers used it as fuel, had an MVP season. So you kind of see the discrepancy of mental toughness between some guys. He's still tough. He battled through some injuries, but just from a team having your back standpoint, I think that kind of maybe hurt his feelings a little bit. But at the end of the day, the team's always going to look out for the team, and here we are.
And see, I can't remember who exactly said it. I believe it was on ESPN. They said, Carson was told that he was, the face of the franchise, this, that, and the third. Mm-hmm. And I'll make it relatable for everybody right now. Basically, what Carson Wentz went through is getting a promotion from your job, you coming up with a great idea, which was his MVP season, and then you go on a week vacation because you're trying to celebrate that promotion, and the guy next in line, they take his idea instead of yours, which is Nick Foles winning the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. So now you have. Yeah, Carson got paid all this money. Congratulations. Bro, you're being told you're the franchise quarterback with your backup having a statue outside of the stadium you play in. People forget that. There is a statue of Nick Foles outside of Philly.
That's got to be tough to look at when you walk in that stadium.
Every time you walk into the stadium, you're looking at Nick Foles. Yes.
They did that?
That's the Philly special play. They gave him a statue.
Okay. Wow.
So then that's also like, all right, so whatever. Cool, that happens. Like, some people, that's a lot, whatever. Then you get picked for your great idea the following year. Everybody loves you again, blah, blah, blah. And then the year after that, they're like, you know what? You might have done good, but we're going to hire the next up-and-comer. And that's what they did with Jalen Hurts. They went from, this is your team, to giving Nick Foles a statue, to it's your team again, to, oh yeah, we're going to pick Jalen Hurts in the second round. Like, come on, bro. Like, even if I'm Nick Foles, I'm not Nick Foles. If I'm Carson Wentz, I'm a little disrespected, and I kind of would want out of there too. CJ, that's like you co-hosting this show right now, and you're like, you know what, Con, you're doing great, but Nick, bro, I would love for you to be the host instead. Like, don't get me wrong. I would
second
probably
time
use
on the
it.
show, you know.
I would, yeah, bro. CJ already out here trying to place me like 4 episodes in. What'd I do?
Roster changes.
But like, I feel like people, you got to look at it that way as well. Like, they disrespected him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, you could. I definitely see it that way. I didn't even know about that statue, but it is. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you know, he wasn't healthy. His durability was one of the reasons why.
I mean, clearly he might still not be fully respected if your boy Michael Pittman's not going to give his jersey number to him. So,
oh,
I don't know.
See, I feel like that's the other thing too. I feel like people make that such a big deal. Like, don't get me wrong. If I go from a different team, I would want my jersey number still. But like, if somebody didn't give it to me, I'd be like, all right, bro, I guess. I feel like people are already trying to make this into like a bad teammate thing. People don't respect him. Like, he's been there for 30 seconds.
facts.
But CJ, that's the other thing too that I want to bring up real quick, and then we can move on to the Jalen Hurts thing.
Mm-hmm.
You said, I remember you mentioned Doug Peterson and them not talking. There was also a report that Wentz would just change the play in the huddle because he didn't like Peterson. Like he would like Peterson would call a play and he'd be like, you know what? Never mind, we're not running it.
And then you can see why they fell apart. Just you can see why both Howie Roseman ultimately had to make that move and got rid of both of them. Just because you don't need that type of dynamic. And then how would it look for the coach to come back and then talking to the team after last year, and then you keep Carson. Imagine keeping Carson Wentz and not the coach, and then he has to be the leader of the franchise. It was just time. Like I understand Philly fans of being upset about it because they see the talent and the potential that Wentz had when he was healthy, when he had some structure around him, but it just ran its course.
Yes, sir.
All right, so yeah, back to the Philadelphia. Start with you, Connie. What do you think? What do you think? What's next for Philadelphia? Because a lot of people are don't like Howie Roseman right now, calling for his job, fire Howie. I'm pretty sure it's still a popular hashtag right now on Twitter. What do you think they should do? Do you think Jalen Hurts is the quarterback of the future for the team? They have the 6th pick right now in the 2021 NFL draft. How do you see the Eagles' future plans?
See, it's a weird thing. Like, I don't think it changed. I don't think Hurts changes anything. People got excited about him last year. He came in, had a few games where I think he threw for over like 300 yards in a couple games. He looked pretty good. He really did. But the problem is still they're not good. Like, right. If you look at the Eagles, their strength is their defensive line, and I would hope so because they spent a lot of money on it. Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham. There's somebody else. I just can't remember his name right now. But you look at the rest of that team, their corners aren't good. They tried to fix that with Slay. Didn't really work. They don't even know what a linebacker looks like. Their offensive line is terrible. They don't like Miles Sanders enough, I guess, to actually give him the ball. So are they going to look for a running back as well? And then their wide receivers are cursed. They just let go of Deshaun Jackson. Jeffrey's hurt every time he takes a step. What was that?
Jeffrey cut too.
Oh, they did. I didn't even know that. I didn't even. So, bro, like, Hurts doesn't fix anything. Like, they have that number 6 pick. I saw some stuff in the chat today that there were rumors about them wanting to trade up to number 2 and get a quarterback. Like, bro, why? You have so many things to fix. And don't get me wrong, like, the number 1 overall pick is going to be Trevor Lawrence, and the Jags are still going to be bad because they have other things to fix. And I understand wanting to get the quarterback right. Like, I really do. But unless it is Trevor Lawrence or somebody like Andrew Luck or John Elway, who coming out of college, everybody was like, oh, no, you have to take him. Like, there's literally no other pick. Like, that I understand. But if you're the Eagles, even if you think Hurts is your bridge quarterback, which some people think he's a lot better than that, bro, you have to try to fix the team first. Like, you have way too many things. You shouldn't be trading up and giving away draft picks. You should, low-key, they should be trading back and trying to get even more. Unless, Penei Sewell, is that the guard? or something. Yeah, the left tackle. Listen, that's a beautiful replacement for the ghost of Jason Peters. I mean, you could right there. You're protecting Hurts' blind side. So you try to fix the offensive line first. You can kind of go the Cowboys route. And listen, I know they haven't won a Super Bowl, but they have a great offensive line for all those years. They got the quarterback right eventually with Dak. It looked like for them, and then they started building the outsides. They traded for Amari. They drafted CD. I believe they drafted Michael Gallup as well. So I feel like you do it that way, but I'm also scared for Hurts that the same thing's going to happen to him that happened to Wentz. Everybody's going to be like, oh, he's so good, like last year. And then this year, he's going to go out there, play bad because the team is bad, and everybody's going to be like, oh, yeah, he's terrible. And, I don't know if you can really do that. So it's a tough situation for them. It really is. But, I guess we're going to see, going into the season what they're going to do.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like they have way too many other holes to fill on their roster than to take a quarterback to compete with Hurts to get the start, just to get the starting job. You're not drafting that quarterback, and that quarterback is not going to think, obviously, he's going to be the day one starter when he has to compete with Jalen Hurts and Cam to even get the starting role. So it's I don't know. You just at the end of the day, you have so many other glaring holes on your roster to fill, and to take a quarterback with the 6th pick, I just feel like, if you're going to trade back, do that to get more picks to fill your holes. Don't trade back to get a quarterback in the late. I don't know, man. They're just in a hole as a team. Doug Peterson didn't help them at all. Their morale is low in the locker room. I don't know. I just feel like they should stick with Hurts and just fill the holes in the roster, man, and try to build from there.
Well, because here's my other thing too, and CJ, obviously I'll let you go after this. If they draft a quarterback, aren't you doing the same thing you just did to Wentz? You're telling Hurts you're the franchise, and then you're going out trying to get his replacement. Where does that work? They always say, in the NFL, if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none, because then you don't know who your starter is. You don't know who to build around. So it's just a mess.
Yeah, they're definitely going through a certain phase right now. So it's really a quick fall from grace. Really, from winning the Super Bowl 3 years ago, going back to the playoffs. Going to the playoffs outside of last year, getting in the playoffs 3 consecutive seasons. It's a weird time. I agree with you guys. They should definitely improve the roster, because right now they don't have a lot of cap, because they're still paying for Carson Wentz, that Carson Wentz deal. So the following year is when they'll have some cap space where they're able to get some guys and build that roster the right way. Howie Roseman says he's going to bring in some competition, which, I mean, you have to bring in some competition. You can't just hand them the keys right now. You still want to see, like I talked about, that mental makeup. If that's your guy, regardless of who's coming in that quarterback room, you got to have the mindset, I'm going to beat this guy out. I'm going to be the leader of the team, regardless of who they bring in. So we'll see if Hurts is the guy. I'm rooting for him. He's a really mobile guy, mobile quarterback, move out the pocket. He can make some throws in the pocket as well. He was running for his life too in a lot of those games that he played in. He had some bad moments, but he also had some good moments. And we'll see how good Nick Sirianni is as a head coach, as a play caller,
He ain't good at interviews, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he was struggling. He was struggling during interviews, but we'll see how he is when it comes to X's and O's and player development. He's coming in from that Frank Reich tree, one of those first head coaches from his coaching tree to kind of get a head coaching job. So we'll see how good he is. We'll see if he can help Hurts become a better player in this time. It's smarter to obviously build around Hurts, because you're not paying him as much in this moment, and he was a 2nd round pick, so it's not even the same type of contract as getting a 1st round pick. So I agree. Take probably best player available. Yeah, Penny Sewell might be there. I think the Bengals have the 5th pick before them, so they might take him because they need some protection for Burrow. But if he is there at 6, I think you should definitely do that, or trade back as well. I mean, they got the 3rd round pick for this year, and then like you talked about, that 2nd round pick could be a 1st next year. So 3rd round pick is a starter in the NFL. So You know, it just depends on how they draft. You know, Howie hasn't drafted great, especially at the wide receiver position. Eagles fans, I'm pretty sure they already know about the guys that they missed out on. I don't have to go down that.
We know too, CJ.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're one and the same when it comes to that. But I just think that just improve the roster. You know, he's a young guy. Let's see what he could do. Let's see what he could do. Even when he got drafted, you know, raise some eyebrows for sure. I mean, I did a little draft watch party thing. Like when he got drafted, one of my boys was upset because he wanted to get some weapons for Carson. He was like, yo, even if we got to draft 2 wide receivers with our first 2 picks, because remember they had drafted Rager. He didn't matter, but it didn't matter. But now it's looking like that. Looking like that pick was the right way apparently with everything that's transpired in this last year. So I think again, we'll see. Like I said, the clock is ticking on Howie Roseman, man, for sure. Jeffrey Lurie's giving them a pretty long leash. Obviously, bringing in that Lombardi, you deserve that to a certain extent. But a couple more losing seasons, Lurie's going to look at the situation like it may be time to get a new hire. So we'll see what happens with Jalen going forward. Rooting for him. The division is not very good, so anything can happen. I mean, what the Washington football team won 6 games to get in?
Yes, I think they were 7-9.
That's the magic number, 6 or 7.
Oh God,
So
that's crazy. I still can't believe that, bro. And the fact that they really hosted a playoff game, like they were really the hosts of a playoff game at 7-9 to the Bucks.
exactly.
Unbelievable. But
last point too. It just also talks about that 2016 draft class. With now we got 2 of those guys getting traded, and then the Cowboys just trying to find ways not to pay Dak. So that draft class was so crazy. You had Goff went 1, Wentz went 2, and both of those guys are on 2 different teams now. So and then Dak might be on a different team.
Goff might get cut from the Lions.
Well, not this year because they taking up a lot of the. Probably not this year. But
just for him to even be talked about getting traded to the Lions and then getting cut like that. Come on, bro. Like,
yeah.
Jeez,
bro, and it's
like I said, we'll see what
like
these guys
all these
are made of.
quarterbacks getting traded, cut, and it's always after they sign the contract.
Right, exactly.
It's that guaranteed bag, man.
Bro, but it's crazy. And like, I want to make sure. I don't want to ruin anything. Oh, we're not going to get into it, so I'm going to get into it now before we move on. Like, bro, so like you said, Goff signed the contract. Now he gets traded. Goff or Wentz did the same thing. I'm kind of curious where you guys fall, and we can kind of mash up 2 subjects here together because I know the next point was, what do we think the Colts are going to do in that division? Like, are they the top contender or whatever? But so we can answer that, and then, like, here's my thing, and I'm going to sound like the ass here, and I'm going to sign, and I'll accept it, whatever, bro. If I am the Texans, I'm telling Deshaun Watson to cry about it. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I really am. Like, if it's another position on the team, I swear to God, I'd probably trade him. Like, I don't really care. Like, every other position you can kind of find somewhere. You can't find Deshaun Watson somewhere else. Like, it doesn't happen. And, like, I said this even before when, everybody thought the Jets were going to get the number 1 pick, and then all of a sudden the thing came out with Trevor Lawrence that he wasn't going to want to play here, blah, 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 and that they shouldn't pick him. Bro, I would pick Trevor Lawrence 10 times out of 10 if I was the Jets, even if he told you he wasn't playing for you guys. I'd be like, yeah, you can sit out those 5 years.
Could have pulled the Eli. Could have pulled the Eli, man.
Nah, bro, I don't care. If I was the Chargers, I wouldn't have traded him either. Like, listen, if you get picked, I'm keeping you. And like, if I'm Deshaun, and like, this is the only reason I can kind of side with the Texans. It's not like Deshaun signed this contract 5 years ago and then things changed. Like, he just signed the contract. Like, you knew what the situation was. And don't get me wrong, it did go downhill. Like, they traded D-Hop, and then I guess they said he could be involved in the GM search, which is still kind of weird to me. But like, bro, I'm keeping Deshaun. I don't care. Like, I really would tell him to just sit out then. If he wants to give up all that money, Have fun. What's good, Caleb? So, I mean, you guys can kind of answer both questions. Are the Colts the top contender? And then what would you do with Deshaun? Nick, why don't you start?
Yeah, I feel like the Colts are still a top contender. I feel like they still can get that wild card, or they could win the division depending on how Tennessee does, obviously. But I mean, Houston, they're at the bottom of the barrel. Jacksonville, even getting Trevor Lawrence, that doesn't make them a top contender by any means. So, the Colts are definitely still a top contender. I feel like Carson Wentz, like I said, like we first talked about, it's a great team to rejuvenate his career, for him to start playing well. He's got a great head coach. So I could definitely see them probably doing the same as last year, or maybe winning them another game or two, and beating Tennessee maybe for the division. And as far as Deshaun Watson, man, I mean, the Texans are going to do what they want to do with him. I mean, like, at the end of the day, he wants to be traded. He has a no trade clause. I don't know, man. It's like there's so many teams interested on him, and if I were those teams, I would give up whatever I could to acquire him. Obviously, he's a once in a generation talent at quarterback. No quarterback you draft or trade for is gonna be Deshaun Watson. So if I'm those teams, I'm willing to give up whatever I can to get him. But at the same time, if you're Houston and you're that GM and everything, and you really want to hold on to him, and just like you said, like, oh, cry about it, like, sit the season out, like, I mean, if you're that GM, like, that's almost what you would want, like, I mean, you're not giving him up, like, for like, just like you said, like, it's Deshaun Watson. You can't just give him up and just, like, what do you do from there? Like, that's all I can say, really. I mean,
yeah, I'll start with Deshaun. I think it's a tricky situation. I agree with some of the things you said, Connie, for sure. He deserves to win, for sure. He does, yeah, without a doubt. I think. I'm a fan of Nick Casserole. I mean, obviously coming from that New England tree, so I'm interested to see how he does with that title, because he never really got the GM title in New England. A lot of people just gave it to said Belichick was GM. He was just like director of player personnel, which is a GM in my opinion. But
yeah,
so I don't know, man. Belichick is making new titles, but yeah. So I understand his why he would be upset about the Texans and the DeAndre Hopkins deal. Obviously losing him, that was a big time loss. But if I'm the Texans, there's no way I'm trading him. I think what needs to happen is they need to come together and have a discussion. I'm hearing that Deshaun doesn't want to talk to them, and like, bro, like, I mean, at the end of the day, if you don't want to play there, you gotta go there with no agents. Just go to the squad, be like, tell them how you feel, tell them what's on your mental, and be like, I think I want to look elsewhere, because you can't just have it lingering around. And with the deception, like, you might want to be there, and then you don't. If you don't want to play there, then let them know. Do you think they can build a winning team around him, though? It's gonna take some. Yeah, it's gonna take some time, because Bill O'Brien did such a poor job. They don't have any draft picks. They don't have a lot of cap space. I mean, they freed up some cap space getting rid of J.J. Watt. He wants to win now. I get it. I definitely get it.
See, here's my thing, too.
The division is very winnable. I mean, you look at some of the games that those two losses he had to the Colts. They could have won. They could have potentially got W's in both of those games. Those are heartbreakers. I mean, he had the low snap, and he had to fall on the ball right there on like the 3. And then the other one was supposed to be a touchdown to tie it up, and then like we talked about last episode, Darius Leonard, fumbled the ball and they lost. So it was just a lot of heartbreakers that they had last year. I think they lost some really close games. Yes, they went 4-12, but you look at some of those losses, those are potential. Those could be some potential wins. So I don't understand the David Culley hire, in my opinion. He's 65. He never had any type of head coaching experience, never had any type of coordinator experience. So I didn't understand.
Well, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I didn't even know who that was. I'd never heard of him.
Yeah,
I'm not going to sit here and lie to the people. I
That's
really
what I'm
had
saying.
no idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He never had any type of. I mean, he's been around the league for for a multitude of years, but he never really had any. There's no body of work when it comes to play calling on either side of the football. So it's just interesting that why they would go that route, knowing that you have a disgruntled guy under center that obviously wants to leave. So I understand. I mean, and then like you said, for the contract, you got to take that bread. You have to take that bread. You can't just you got to take the bread. And they probably told him some sweet nothings to keep him there. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. But
here's my other thing too. Like
that's what I'm saying. That's why he should
understand.
go. That's why he should go to the team and tell them I don't. This I don't want to be here. Trade me. Get the best package.
But see, here's my thing. And Caleb, you said it before. Watson wants to win now. Bro, all the teams that want to trade for him aren't winning now. So, he's going to go from the Texans to who?
I think San Fran's probably the only place because
Exactly.
they have guys drafted.
Let me tell you, I'm begging the football gods, if Watson actually does get traded, please be to San Francisco, because we as football fans deserve to see him and Kyle Shanahan together. But I don't know if that happens, because all the other teams I want to trade for him, everything you hear, the Broncos, they're not a quarterback away from winning.
The Jets,
Jets, absolutely.
I say the Dolphins and the Niners are the
not
only
even
teams.
Carolina.
Carolina is the other big team, and they had talked about throwing CMC into the deal.
Yeah,
that's if nuts. You trade CMC and first round picks for Watson, who do you have?
They're taking away his biggest weapon that he would potentially have.
That's what I know. That's why he has a little bit of power. Sense. He has a little bit of power with the no trade clause. Philadelphia,
Philly's another team that would
they're just as much as a disaster as the Houston.
He'd be running for his life just like he was in the Texans with the Texans, bro.
They don't even have a number one.
He wants to win, but it's not like the teams willing to trade for him are oh yeah. It would be like if Brady retired 4 years ago, when the Patriots defense and everything like that was still really good. If they were oh yeah, we want him, then you really got to be yo, get me the hell out of here.
Right.
But it's the Panthers and it's the Broncos and teams you're not even here's my thing. If you're the Panthers, they won 4 or 6 games maybe last year.
5-11.
Yeah.
Bro, they're 7-9, 8-8 with Watson. You're not. Yes, they
think
are.
so. So you think Watson is 2 more wins better?
Probably. You think? How good do you think they would be?
I mean, look at look at their roster though. Do they have?
They're giving them. Well, I mean, they went 5-11 without McCaffrey the whole entire season.
That's true.
So it's
well, all right. So how many wins?
How
many wins you give them?
I would give them at least maybe four more wins.
Really?
I mean, we call him a generational talent franchise.
I respect it.
I would hope he would at least double.
See,
almost double the amount of wins.
Yeah, if you got a
they went 4-12 in Houston. So, and the Panthers went 5-11 without him.
Yeah, they are in a. I mean, that's a tough division.
That's a tough division.
I mean, depending on what Breeze
does. I don't know if the Saints.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tampa Bay. Yeah, Tampa Bay is good. It's a talented division.
The Falcons are still annoying, even though they're bad. They're still a pesky little rat team.
We don't even know if they'll have Matt Ryan. Who knows what'll happen with him?
It's a talented.
You got Bridgewater up in the air. He unfollowed the Panthers on social media.
Yo, Caleb, you got to give up this trust in Jameis.
So it's that division is up in the air as far as quarterbacks. So
it is.
It makes. I mean, Tampa Bay's the powerhouse, obviously.
Right.
But other than that, I mean, with all the quarterbacks in question and all the trade speculation and whatnot, who knows what's going to happen between those other 3 teams?
But if I'm watching them, I'm not going there, and McCaffrey's not there.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Hell no.
No. That's like going to Houston and Houston
taking D-Hop away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I guess the receiving core over there in Carolina is better. I mean, they got Robbie, they got
Chris Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, Curtis
DJ
Samuel,
Moore.
DJ
Got
Moore.
DJ Moore, right?
Like
Right.
they're better. Don't get me wrong. And Mike Davis showed he was kind of productive, but
Davis did,
I'm
yep.
pretty sure Mike Davis is a free agent as well.
Yep, yes, he is.
And here's the thing, he was good like the first 2 or 3 games that McCaffrey was out. He tailed. Trust me, I had the man in fantasy. He tailed off like hard. He ain't McCaffrey, bro. Like I'm sorry, all you Panthers fans out there. Like he is not Christian McCaffrey. So, like stop that.
Yeah, well,
McCaffrey's the first, in my opinion. McCaffrey's the best running back in the league. So like you ain't. I don't know.
it's debatable, yeah.
Peyton proven
Very
to be able to transform long ball guys into legit quarterbacks. Breeze was a deep threat before he trended down. Hey, listen, I know you got faith in your boy Jameis, Caleb. Okay, I know you got faith. I don't know. I can't put my faith in Jameis, bro.
Yeah, I get it. You got to see it to believe it, for sure. I mean, last time we saw him, he
30
turned
for
the ball
30.
over. Yeah, 37 turnovers.
30 for 30.
37 turnovers, bro.
Yeah, so I get it. I get that, and I agree with Caleb. I think Peyton could definitely transform, because we look at Breeze now and what he did in these 15 years.
Nah,
Saints.
bro.
He was on the Chargers. He was good,
Drew
but he
Brees.
wasn't like Drew Brees. He was good, and he was good on the Chargers.
He hadn't reached his prime until he got to New Orleans.
Right. McCaffrey's not the best back. It's
Yeah, that's debatable. Very.
It's,
Nah, I'm not
very
debating
debatable.
I'm not debating.
It's
I refuse
preference.
to debate it.
We could be arguing about that for.
I
Yeah,
refuse.
It's
I
preference.
refuse. I'll argue right now. It ain't no problem.
It's preference. So you like. I mean, that's tough,
Bro,
bro.
McCaffrey
Dalvin
is a
Cook,
wide
Derrick
receiver
Henry,
that can also be a running back.
Yeah, I completely agree. I
And
mean,
it's in the
so
passing league these days,
what?
bro.
I feel like him and Kamara. I mean, it's a pickup, bro. I mean,
If you were to tell me, and I know
It's
that you
pretty
can't
damn
do
close.
this, I know you can't do this
we talk
because
about
it's
pure
real
running
life.
back position though, like, and not factoring in like the passing game or like pure running.
No, I'm
That's what I'm
factoring
saying.
everything in. I'm
it's
not,
different. Okay.
bro. The only one I'm
Dalvin
putting,
Cook.
Exactly. Dalvin Cook.
I'd still take CMC, bro.
Dalvin Cook's nasty out the backfield too in the passing game too.
But
right?
he ain't CMC, bro.
No, he's
Chubb,
not.
I wouldn't take Chubb over.
I wouldn't take Chubb over. I'm sorry, I'm not
Derrick
taking
Henry-
Henry over him. I'm just
Derrick
saying.
Henry. I would say because he literally carries. I mean, you know what they're gonna do every play, and they still get 9 wins.
I mean, their offensive line is really good, though.
It is, but they still put 8-9 in the box.
No, absolutely. I respect it. Listen, you guys can take whoever you want. I'm just saying, if you were to tell me that there's 100% chance that everybody's staying healthy in one season, I'd take CMC over anybody.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. I'd probably take him too. I mean, he's a beast, bro. I'm not.
But
Yeah,
like,
he's a problem.
even just getting back to Watson, bro. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not going to the Panthers if he's not there. Like,
Exactly.
it's not happening.
Right, exactly.
Like, I'm not going to the Jets either way, because
I wouldn't
they
wanna
have to
go
give.
there, no.
They're giving up everything. The Broncos, like, they got some nice receivers. I'll say that.
So they're giving up the assets, but they would have the cap space, and they're probably banking on the fact that Watson would be a draw for free agents to go to the Jets. What do you think about that?
So then
Yeah.
you're basically just having a complete shit year in hopes that the following year you're gonna attract some key free agents and actually have a better chance to rebuild.
CJ though, I feel like you'll be able. I'm sorry to bring this up, but I feel like you'll be able to. What's the word I'm looking for here? Know what I'm saying, pretty much.
Mhm.
With the Jets trying to do that, that's the same thing the Knicks do every year. They bring in somebody. They have everybody was like, yo, we're getting KD, Zion, and Kyrie. That was the big three, blah, blah. They got Julius Randle. Julius Randle, bro. Don't get me wrong,
Nah.
All-Star this year, but that ain't KD, Kyrie.
I agree.
So
I agree.
you gotta worry about, you brought in Deshaun Watson, but that doesn't mean, like Alex said right here, I guess Allen Robinson liking tweets of Watson going to the Jets. I don't. That still scares the hell out of me, bro.
That's the thing. Like, you're right. That the Knicks analogy. That's a fair point. Nobody makes a free agent move like Brady. Well, yeah, Brady's an anomaly, bro.
Bro,
Brady,
It's
it's just
bro. Like,
it's just a different. It's like he's not even.
His body's different, man.
Yeah, he's just different, bro.
He built different. He built
Yeah.
different.
Different. My body's different, you know.
It's different. But I feel like you know you make a good point, right, with the Knicks. But the thing is, the difference with football, and you know this, is the quarterback is the KD and the Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like if he's that guy, and everybody knows he's that guy. He's proven it. He's played on trash teams and tried to get them as many wins as possible. Free agents would, it's New York, big market division, Buffalo, Miami, they're talking about getting rid of Tua already. because they're in no suit.
Yo, the media is bugging, bro.
You know what I'm
sorry.
saying? So,
Miami, Miami's a destination for Deshaun.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they don't. So there's the Tua thing is up in the air already. New England, they don't have a quarterback.
They don't know what they're gonna do. Yeah,
I don't know what they're doing over there, bro.
I don't know why we haven't contacted Stafford or not Stafford. Watson, feel free.
Right.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm
BB's
surprised I
in the
haven't heard
tunnel
New England in
somewhere.
that talk.
So that, well,
Media honestly don't know as much as us. You know what, Caleb? You're right. That's why you got to subscribe to the Patreon, getting the chats like this in the Discord, bro. I'm just saying. All right, I'll play a quick game then. We're gonna take San Fran out of this because I think if we could all pick, we would put Watson there.
right.
Where if you're Watson, where are you going?
Miami probably be the other spot. I mean, they won 10 games with 2 quarterbacks.
If I get to keep McCaffrey on my team, I'm going to Carolina.
I respect that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, take away San Fran, those are the 2 other destinations.
It's gonna be fun, bro. Like this offseason has kind of been crazy, bro. That's
I mean,
the thing.
Denver, but I'll say this: Denver, they have talent on offense, though.
They
Like,
definitely
got some. They got
See,
Noah
their
Fant,
trade
Jerry
package
Judy. They got some.
Bro, see,
They
like,
got
look, trade package
they got an
is
up and coming
very
star
intriguing.
receiver potentially.
Yeah, they have some talent over there.
Bro, their trade package is very intriguing because you could go Drew Lock, like 2 first-round picks, and you could put Von Miller in there too, and you could really like intrigue the Texans with that one, bro.
They gonna need 3, bro. 3 first rounders, bro.
You
3
think?
first-
Even if they throw in
Of
Locke
course.
and Von Miller,
And Von Miller, Andrew Lock.
Yeah, bro.
Oh man,
Because
That's a lot.
what's Drew Lock gonna be?
I mean, if I'm
On the
Houston, I'm
Texans.
like, if I'm Houston, I'm like, that's
What is he
literally.
gonna do? Like,
If I'm
That's
Houston,
true.
I'm
What
like,
does that
that's
look
literally
like?
what you have to give me. But like, that's a lot to give up. Like, that's a
Dude,
lot.
that's the problem with every single one of these teams, bro. You like the San Francisco might have to trade the state of California to Texas. Like that's what they might have to do, bro. Like that's the type of like haul that Watson's gonna get back. I just think one of these teams got to pull the trigger, bro. Like, listen, CJ, if I'm the Patriots, bro, I'm trading 3 first-rounders. I'm trading Gilmore. I'm trading Joe Thuney.
Dooney's on the market right now.
Throw Nikhil
mean-
Harry in there.
Bro,
For
bro,
shits
you
and
can have
giggles.
Nikhil. Bro, if you give me back a pudding cup, you can have Nikhil Harry. Give me it, bro. I'm telling you right now, you give me a dozen wings, you can have Nikhil Harry and what's his name? Bird. You can have Bird. Just let me keep Myers, bro. Let me keep Myers. I
I'll
like
keep
my boy.
Jacoby, yeah, I'll keep Jacoby definitely.
So
I don't know why we're not in the discussions, bro. But then again, like I said, you're not gonna hear nothing from the Patriots. Bill, everything is close knit, so it is what it is.
it's a tough life out here, CJ. I can't really say that though because we got 6 Super Bowls. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't got these posters in my room for no reason.
That's true.
But all right, I guess we'll move it on from there.
You want to go
CJ.
to Big Ben?
Yeah, we're moving on.
Yeah. So the Steelers GM Kevin Colbert came out, I think last week. Made a couple comments that stirred up the media in terms of the future with Big Ben's future in Pittsburgh. What do you think? What do you think happens there? Big Ben is, I think he's about 40 million right now if he doesn't restructure his contract, which I think is likely. He's going to restructure his contract. They've been very transparent about that. Nick, what do you think is going to happen with Big Ben? Do you think he should retire? Do you think he should play one more year and see and sees what he needs? Okay. Caleb.
Caleb
Caleb
on the
is-
retirement train. You throwing the retirement party already, Caleb?
What do you think the Steelers should do? What do you think Big Ben should do going
I
forward?
mean, I was reading that he met with Art Rooney today, I believe, Tuesday. Yeah, today, still today, about adjusting his contract, and because I mean the Steelers got a bad cap position right now, like unless they restructure that deal. So, I mean, he's expected to be with the Steelers for another year, at least one more year. So to me, I feel like restructure that deal, play another year, and just call it quits after that, bro. Because like, see what you could do with the Steelers one more year, and after that, bro, just call it quits, man. His body's not built like Tom Brady. You feel me? Like he done took too many hits in his career. He's just damaged goods at this point. Like if you're the Steelers, rock out with them for one more year and let the man retire, man. You know, just I don't know. Just get him out of here after one more year, man. Let him do whatever. Like I mean, I think he should retire because his body's beat to pulp. You know, like
bro. Listen, I'll say this: this man is one trip to Chick-fil-A away from a tight end.
From a tight end.
like let's be real here. He ain't Brady or all these other quarterbacks in the offseason still working out, like, you know, doing drills and things like that. No. Ben, the minute the season's over, goes on like a 3-week binge of beer and burgers and things like that. Bro, like that picture of him in this offseason before he shaved, that big ass beer. Bro, if you would have told me that was out of some like the Lost movie or something like that, I would have been, oh yeah, 100%. So it's, listen, for all my rap people out there, he got to be Wheezy out of here, okay? Because it's just it really just it's just time for, and I hate it too. Like, I kind of hope he comes back for one more year, only because I don't want to see him go out like that. Like, I kind of hate when the legends go out like that. Like, listen, Peyton Manning annoyed me all those years because obviously I'm a Brady fan, so the comparisons. Like, I hated seeing him go out in that Super Bowl like that. Like, he looked like garbage. I don't want him to go out like that. I don't want Ben going out 5 interceptions in his last game. Like, Drew Brees went out bad. Like, there's too many legends going out bad, man. I just need – I kind of want Ben to come back, you know, losing a playoff game respectfully. Like respectfully, if he loses in a playoff game, whatever, you can hang it up. But, like, the way he's gone out, I don't know. If I'm the Steelers, though, I think I would move on. But here's the other thing. It's kind of like the same Brady situation with me. I think that he deserves to retire a Steeler and play as long as he wants. I mean, I'm not saying that if he says he wants to play another 6 years, you give him a contract. But, I mean, if he says that, you definitely put it out there in the media that you don't want that to happen. But, you know, let the man – he's earned it. Like, let's be real. And I know that this is football, so people are putting their bodies on the line. It's not, you know, baseball where you can just keep a roster spot and things like that. Like, well, I don't know. I just want him to go out on top. That's the only reason I want him to play, because I don't want him to – listen, Caleb, calm down over here in these comments, bro. Okay? Listen, I'm just saying. I want him to play another year because I don't want him to go out bad.
Right.
That's the only reason I want him to play again. But I think they should move on from him. Listen – I'm not a Sam Darnold fan. I know we have a few out here, but if they want to trade for Sam Darnold, I know they picked up Dwayne Haskins as well. Yep. So, I mean, hey, move on from Big Ben, but I'd like to see Ben come back for another year just so he doesn't go out, you know, 5 interceptions in his last game.
Yeah, one more season. I agree with you. Yeah, that looked bad. Sorry, that game against the Browns looked pretty bad, I think. And then Pouncey retiring, that's a big blow. I mean, quarterback and center. I mean, that's one of the most important relationships in football. So now he has to deal with that. Darnold, I like Darnold as well. I like Darnold.
You guys really like Darnold like that, huh?
Yeah, I just think people. I'm a fan. I like his skill set, and then also the fact that, you know, Gase was just a disaster. So, you know, he kind of gets that sympathy factor. But, you know, if he goes to a situation, if he stays with the Jets, I'll get back to Big Ben. But if he stays with the Jets, and Matt LaFleur's brother, you know, supposed to be this next guy up in terms of West Coast creative offense, and then, you know, they put some guys around him, and it still doesn't work, then we're having a different discussion. But for Big Ben, Yeah, I think one more season, restructure the deal, get some cap space for the Steelers because they need it. Juju's a free agent. Exactly, yeah, they don't. Juju's a free agent. They got some other guys that they need to sign. So I think it's either retire, but I don't know. Because the team doesn't look that good right now on paper. As it's currently stated, they don't look too good. And like I said, losing Pouncey, that's a big loss. That's a big loss right there.
I mean, can y'all see Big Ben like, all right, say the Steelers keep him like this upcoming year, and then they decide to part ways with him, but he's not ready to retire. Do you see him pulling like a Phillip Rivers type thing and going to another team and like balling out one last year, or like
I can't see it.
I can't put nothing past it in the NFL today, man.
See, here's the thing. I don't see it because like you've heard for like 2 or 3 years now that he was going to retire, and then like all of a sudden he decides to triumphantly come back.
Yeah, when they were 11-0, he was like, "I'm coming back," and then
I think like if the Steelers were finally like, "Yo, we're done with you," I think he'd be like, "All right, I guess it's time."
You think so?
I don't know.
I think his ego is pretty up there.
See, but I don't think it is. I think once the Steelers are like, "Nah, we're good," and he's like, "All right, fine, I guess." Like I think he's like that. I don't think it's like a Brady situation where like we knew he wanted to play, like he had set this goal, and then Bill was like, "Nah, we don't want you."
Right.
Because then Brady's like, "All right, well, screw you. I want to keep playing."
Yeah.
But like Ben, like I said, there has been rumors of him retiring like all the time.
That's true.
Like I feel like every offseason it's like, is this the year Big Ben hangs it up? And then 16 cheeseburgers later, he's in training camp. So, listen, I'm allowed to say that because I'm fat too. So shout out Big Ben, making us all look good out here. You can make millions too if you don't work out.
Way one too many Primanti Brothers sandwiches over there.
Yeah. You're right. I just think. Yeah, I mean that he has to restructure that deal for sure if they want any type of chance of winning.
He's due 19 mil this upcoming season.
Okay, all right. So nice. So that division is kind of turning the Browns.
They're the third best team in that division, bro.
Right now, yeah. Right now, yes.
And this is gonna sound crazy, but what I saw out of Joe Burrow, Big Ben might be the worst quarterback.
I mean, so here's the thing, right? That's a fair argument. That's a fair argument. Just off what you see, yeah, for sure. I could see where you're coming from. But from a roster perspective, like yeah, they were 11-0, but they didn't run the ball. They were like one of the worst running teams in the league. So
they played cupcakes.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying the fact that they didn't. Their team, their roster, they were winning games, and then like as they started to get to that 11-0, you can start to see like they were barely winning games. Like that game against the Cowboys, it was like 16-9, like perfect evolution.
Yo, listen, it's a struggle out here to grow the stashes and things like that. So you know what? I'll take that comment for whatever it is.
But yeah, I just feel like. They gotta go back to Steeler football. You know what I mean? They gotta go back to running the football. That's what they've been known for. That's what they've been known for.
Man. You got.
I mean, they could
do it.
They could get a guy. I don't know if they keep Connor, but they could get a guy like Najee Harris out of Alabama. He's supposed to be projected to kind of go late in that first round, kind of where they're spotted at. So yeah, that'd be a good fit for them. He's a young guy. I think, and that's where they have to and kind of take some of the pressure off Ben because Ben threw the ball a lot. In that game, you could see it. Like he threw the ball like almost 60 times against the Browns, and that's not a formula for success. That's honestly never been the formula for success for the Steelers, ever. Even when Big Ben was in his prime, they were running the ball. Big Ben would run around.
They were so down in that game early. That's all he could do.
Listen, Caleb, I'm gonna address this comment right now. I only drink milk, so it correlates to a half-assed goatee. Listen. If me only drinking milk correlates to this goatee, I'm gonna keep drinking milk, bro. Milk's underrated. I don't care what nobody says. I'll take it with every meal you give me. It ain't no problem.
Milk wave now, but I feel you.
Nah, bro, I can't. You on that almond milk now? You
Yeah,
you
man,
went full like millennial type shit.
I'm trying to cut some dairy out of my my diet a little
That's a
bit.
fact.
So
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yo, health tips
the
with Nick,
less
bro, coming
milk, the
soon.
better.
Yo, health tips with Nick will be a new segment coming every week on the hard.
Oh man.
But it's gonna be it'll be interesting. I think, like I said, I don't want Ben to go out bad, bro. He as we say these days, he's down bad right now, and
It's down bad.
and I just don't like legends going out like that. But I also hate legends when they stick around too long because then they do go out like that. So I guess I don't know. I guess Ben, listen, just hang it up, bro. You got your 2 rings. You're gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer, bro. Just sit back, relax, be a commentator somewhere if you feel like doing it, and just chill out. So I don't know. That's just my Ben. Exactly. Ben got his. He's fine, bro. Like I said, you got your 2 rings. You got your bag. I guess go out while the candle's still burning, bro. But we'll move on to Cam Newton, unless you guys have anything else to say on this situation. But we'll move it on to the Cam situation. Listen, I talked about this yesterday on Gen Z, and I'll just give my quick thoughts on it, and then we'll go to you guys. Obviously, we all know the video. Kid at Cam Newton's camp sort of thing was calling him a bum. He's a free agent, things like that. Listen, we got to stop, bro. Like, y'all making my Gen Z look bad, bro. Because here's the thing. You look like a grade A cornball.
100%.
Like, you're a cornball, bro.
That's
Like, 100% because you paid to go to his thing.
Right.
You're
Well,
supposed to be getting tips.
right.
Yeah. You're supposed to be getting tips from Cam Newton. Sit in the back of the huddle and shut the hell up. I'm sorry, bro. Listen, I don't like Cam. That is well known. Here's the difference. If I go to Cam Newton's camp, I'm not gonna shove a mic in his face and be like, "Hey, welcome to my podcast. I hate you." That's not what I'm doing, bro.
Right.
That if he comes on this show, that's a different story, bro. He's coming on our show. I can ask him whatever questions I want. I could confront him about how I feel. Different story. You look like a cornball. Like, this whole trying to get the attention thing, it's stupid. I mean, he a kid, bro, so you kind of let it slide in a certain way. He is a bum kid, told no lies. I mean, listen, he didn't tell a lie, but it was out of line, like you said. You're still at his camp, bro. Show him some respect. He's taking time. He's taking time, bro. He's taking time out of his busy life, I'm sure, to come help your bum self. So show a little respect, bro. But yeah, it was a stupid situation. Then the kid issued some corny apology that his mom probably wrote for him, and like they all just moved on from the situation. But CJ, what'd you think on it?
Yeah, I mean, it's the times we live in. Everybody wants to go viral, So, the kid, he saw his little opportunity, probably go at Cam, say you're a free agent, say you're about to be poor. Certain times.
All right. I have to say this too.
Certain times, man.
Bro. My favorite thing Cam said immediately put it down. He said, "I'm rich." End the conversation. You just lost. You lost.
Yeah, but then the kid was like, "You're about to be
you're about to be poor."
Yeah, I mean, like I said, in certain times, man. Certain areas might be tough for that kid, but I think saying some stuff like that.
I'll personally pay my way to camp and tell him he sucks. I stopped respecting him after the no dive. Yo, Caleb, stop it. You ain't doing that.
I mean, that would forever haunt him for sure. That would forever.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're that kid's parents, like, why are you even paying to go to a camp? Like why are you paying for your kid to go to a Cam Newton camp? Like did you see his year last year?
Nah, it's a tradition. It's a tradition.
Nah, I get it.
He's been doing it for like.
I'm just making a joke out of it, but like, I really don't even know what like. Do we know what propelled the kid to even say that? He
probably wanted to be TikTok famous, bro.
He just saw Cam walking past the sideline, just wanted to call him a bum and just.
Nah, I think Cam posted the video, like their interaction before he made the comment. And I think he was kind of. I guess he probably got his feelings hurt because Cam was kind of like, "What do you do? Like, what's your?"
Oh, I thought that was after.
Oh,
I thought that was after too.
Yeah, I thought that was after.
Oh, so then I don't know where it came from. Then I don't know where it came from.
Yeah.
Then
I'm
it just
telling you right
makes it even more weird.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, his boys behind him are probably like, "Yo, you can go TikTok famous right now." If you
Right,
do
that's what I'm
this."
saying. That's that peer pressure. Like,
But I do get where Kanye
Tell Cam
comes
he's
from
a
by
free
saying
agent.
like, "Yo, like your parents came out of pocket. They paid for you to go to his camp to learn something. Like obviously,
right,
like
yeah.
you're playing football for a career long term, obviously. Like, and your parents think you have what it takes. They want to pay for you to go to a Cam Newton camp. At least show him some respect. Like to just go out and call him a bum and like you're about to be poor. You're a free agent. Like just out the blue without being provoked. Like that's a little much. Like.
Yo, see, we're not doing this, bro. This ain't all Gen Z. We got the clout chasers. Listen, everybody got their bad apples, bro. Not all you millennials are the best too. So I don't want to hear it. Don't worry about my Gen Z. Listen, but like I said too, if Cam comes on this show, I'll sit here and say the exact same things that I've always said about Cam. First of all, because I'm not a bitch. And second of all, because he's on my show. Like, it's a different thing.
Right, yeah,
but if I'm pulling up to Cam Newton's camp, bro, I'm going to sit there. Okay, yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate, learning from you. That. Like, listen, don't get me wrong. I still think he stole it from Brady. But the dude won an MVP. Like, are we talking about you a bum? Bro, you might not get out of high school, kid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, right? I mean, he should have just took free game, you know what I mean, and absorbed as much knowledge as possible. Learn some of the mistakes that Cam made along his career, because he definitely had some downs in his football career. He had some ups and he had some downs, especially when he got to the college level. He had some issues, so should have just been humbled himself. But again, like I said, it's the times we live in. Everybody wants that. I guess he thought he would get the opposite reaction, like. People would try to clown Cam, and he would kind of be like this, oh my God, jokester type, and it backfired. And like that's why he had to post that little apology, save face, a calm little PR move. So yeah, hopefully, he learns from this. And like I said, because when they went to people went on his account, was looking at his hot, they was kind of ripping him, bro, in the reply.
I was about to bring that up because I remember you talking about that.
Yeah. I was telling you yesterday.
Oh, they was roasting him?
Yeah, the kid was posting his own highlights,
he had his
page.
Yeah, he had his highlight video,
and they were ruthless in the thread.
Yeah, they were violent.
See, bro, this is where I respect my generation, bro.
That's what happens
when a morale blow, though. Like you want to be funny, you want to call Cam a bum at his camp and want to go viral, and then now when you're trying to be serious and show people your highlights, people make a joke out of you and they're clowning you. Like,
right.
That's a big morale defeat right there. Like
exactly. So I mean that's just all about decision making. And he made a poor decision, and and like I said, Cam is one. It's well documented. He's made some poor decisions. We all make poor decisions out here. So he should have just took the free game, took the advice from Cam, and then just kept it pushing. But hopefully he'll learn from that and become whatever he wants to become and use it as some type of maturity factor. But right now it's looking, yeah. I mean, it's tough. Yeah, it would have been slow for a lot of kids in households. So, but like again, that's just 2021.
Everybody a cloud demon.
Cloud demons.
For sure. So Cam came out. He made some other comments. He was on the I Am Athlete podcast with Brandon Marshall, Fred Taylor, Chad Ochocinco. Talked about his time in New England. Talked about some situation, Patriot way. Talked about Bill Belichick.
Digging up Belichick because he's trying to get that re-signing.
Hey, I would too, man. These jobs are hard to come by. Appreciate you, Perry. Appreciate you, bro. So yeah, what do you think? Well, he came out. He said, there aren't 32 quarterbacks better than me. And then Brandon Marshall asked him, where you ranked, and he said, I'm not 32. I thought it was fun. I thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious when he said that I'm not, because if he had said a number, people would have, he would have got ripped. So I think it was smart for him to say I'm not 32. I want to get your guys' thoughts on it. What do you? That with Percy? What do you mean? Like
that must be later on in the podcast. I saw them talking about it in the NFL chat earlier, bro. Who is P Dub? I need to know who P Dub is, because I assume Percy Harvin.
Yeah, P Dub. I'm not sure. Patrick Peterson.
Like I don't, Kale, who's P Dub, bro? Because I haven't listened to the podcast. I have heard that soundbite, obviously, but I haven't listened to the whole thing.
I didn't hear that part. But yeah, Caleb let us know. But let's go back to Cam's comments. Do you think he's still a Peter Warwick? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. That's Florida State there. I got it. So what do you think? What do you think about? Well, we'll get to that. What do you think about Cam's comments? Do you still think he's a starter NFL QB? Do you think there are 32 quarterbacks better than him right now? You still think so? Let's just break down some. Let's just go to the teams, right? So let's start with the AFC East, right? Let's go Tua. Is he better than Tua?
No.
You said no. You said he's not better. He's not.
I would take Tua.
Okay.
Oof. Sam Darnold. Would you take Cam over Darnold?
No, I'm asking. No, yeah, we're gonna get the Darnold. I'm saying, what do you think? You think?
What do I think? Cam over Tua?
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking Cam over Tua.
Same. I'm taking Cam over Tua right now. I mean, right now I would still take Cam. So Darnold.
I think I'd take Cam. I just hate. I don't believe in Darnold at all.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, bro, I'm taking Darnold over Cam.
Okay. All right. I think it's a toss-up. Both have some pretty tough situations in terms of roster. I would probably still lean. Towards Cam right now, but it's close though. It's not like a Josh Allen. We already know what time it is.
Yeah, imagine that.
AFC West. Mahomes. We already know. So let's go. Herbert.
No.
Taking Herbert.
No, yeah.
Derek Carr.
I'm taking Carr.
Taking Carr still.
Taking Carr and Drew Lock. I'll take Cam over Drew Lock.
I'll take Cam over Drew Lock. Definitely.
I think I'd take Drew Lock, bro.
Sheesh. Oh man. Okay. So let's go AFC North. I would take all those quarterbacks over Cam.
I would take Cam over Big Ben. I think. I swear to God.
Okay.
Ah man.
I think it's right now. That's fair. It's close. What about you, bro?
Cam over Big Ben right now? Ah man, that's tough right there. I really can't decide between those two right now. I can't.
Like if you took away I capped. I'm taking Ben. I'm too caught up in the playoff game, bro.
I would still say Big Ben. AFC South. I would take Cam over Gardner Minshew.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What about who else is in there? Wentz.
No, hell no.
I'm taking Wentz over Cam.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take Wentz. Take Wentz. And then Lawrence, Deshaun Watson, and then Trevor Lawrence.
I take Trevor.
I would take Trevor.
I'm taking Trevor Lawrence. Yeah,
I would take Trevor Lawrence. So I went through the AFC, NFC South. Tom, we already know.
Nope.
Winston, Jameis.
I'm taking Cam over Winston. So we're just basically declaring that that's their starter going into the next season.
Yeah, because everybody should expect.
Right. Yeah. If that's the case, I'm taking Cam over Winston for sure.
I don't know, bro. Jameis got that LASIK, bro. He might actually see the field.
New vision.
Bro, you know what? You know what? Cam had 9 touchdowns, bro. They're passing touchdowns.
It's bad. It was bad.
I think I'd take Jameis.
I'm not
Honestly,
mad
bro,
at you.
if
I'm not
James-
mad at you for that.
If James is on the Pats, bro, it's a lot of picks, bro.
Yeah, but at least he'd be a lot of
It's a lot of
touchdowns
picks,
too.
bro. Oh man, we'd have a field day in Buffalo.
Really think so? With the top, bro.
I mean, nah, you right. I don't. Who you taking then? You taking Cam?
I would take Cam. Yeah, I would take
Okay.
Cam.
Listen, I respect it.
I would take Cam over James. I would take Matt Ryan over Cam.
Oh, absolutely.
I would take Matt Ryan over Cam. Okay, so that's NFC South is down.
Taking,
North,
wait. You taking Cam or Bridgewater?
oh right, I forgot about
I'd take Teddy.
That's tough, but I'm taking Teddy.
Oh, man. I mean, I would still take Cam, bro.
You think?
Cam still?
I would still take Cam. Yes.
I respect it.
I'm not.
We're talking about Bridgewater essentially being a bridge quarterback. Like,
Yeah, but is Cam better than a bridge quarterback right now?
yeah.
He's a Bridgewater quarterback.
Oh, let's get it. Yes, sir.
So NFC North, Rodgers, we already know. Cousins, I would take Cousins.
Yep, I would take Cousins as well.
Okay, Trubisky.
Ooh, that's tough.
Nah, that's
Trubisky
tough.
/ Nick Foles.
Listen, I said earlier in the show, if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. So I guess I got to take Cam.
Cancel them together. It's just 0-1. Wow.
Like, I guess I'll take Cam.
Trubisky and Cam, I'm taking Cam. Cam and Nick Foles, I'm taking Foles.
Okay, that's interesting.
I would take Cam over both of them. I would take
Okay.
Cam, bro. I mean, Trubisky, he has some good moments, and then he just has some moments like who you're throwing it to. Cam's had those moments too, so it's close. It's close. For the people I would take Cam over. It's kind of close. It's kind of close, but I still think it's still tough to judge. We'll get to it, but the New England roster is ass, bro. So, but okay, NFC West. Yeah, I would take all those quarterbacks.
all the quarterbacks over.
You taking Jimmy?
I'm taking Jimmy G over Cam for sure.
Yeah, I think so.
I
bro.
think I would, but I just want to make sure. I want to make sure.
It's close, but yeah, I would.
Yeah, I think I would. So, I
NFC
mean, what? He's like, oh, we got one more?
Yeah, we got NFC East.
Oh, yeah.
Oof.
Jesus Christ.
It's really
let's
just
see.
it's
I would
either
take
Cam or Dak.
Dak 100%.
I would take Dak, yeah.
I would take Dak. Yes,
So you're taking Cam over the rest of them?
I would take Cam right now over Alex Smith. Yeah,
Well, yeah, no, that I can agree with. You taking him over Hurts? I would take Hurts.
yeah. I mean, Hurts played like what 5 games.
I still think I'd take Hurts, bro.
Daniel Jones or Cam for the cap. To cap it off. I'm taking,
bro.
oh, man, that's tough.
Here's the problem. I would take Daniel Jones, but I'm not sure if his equilibrium is all good, bro. Man, the man fell down running over straight land. Like,
Man,
bro, if Daniel Jones fixes turnovers, like, he's not bad. But he
he's
just has
good,
no
yeah.
ball control at all.
right? Yeah. His ball security is not.
You know what? Just for the memes, bro, I'll take Danny Dimes.
Just for the memes. Your franchise quarterback is great with the memes.
I'll take Danny Dimes over Cam, bro.
Probably.
Bro, realistically, let's be real here, bro. He's like 25th.
Yeah, seriously. Think about
I mean,
all the
he's in that-
quarterbacks
yeah,
that
he's
we
in that-
decided
He's in that 22.
Like you're right, Cam. You're not 32, but you ain't far off.
Yeah, you're not far off at all.
He has to redeem
He's
himself.
right on the brink. Like,
Yeah, he has to redeem himself for sure. I agree with y'all. Okay, so yeah, that just goes right to. I think he's still the top. He's to answer the question. Yeah,
He's a
still
starter.
top 30.
He ain't too far off though.
Yeah. All right, so then that just transitions right to what the Patriots going to do at the quarterback position. Like I just said, Patriots roster last season, one of the worst rosters in the league. You know, with guys opting out, COVID, and things like that, and just lack of talent. What do you think? I'll start with Nick and then go, and then Connie could go. What do you think the Patriots should do at the quarterback position? Should they go draft? Should they re-sign Cam? People are talking about Mariota potentially being a guy because I don't see the Raiders keeping him, but paying a backup. I think 10 mil. I don't see that. So Mariota is a possibility. What do Jameis?
It's magic.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick might be a possibility too. So, what do you think about the quarterback situation up in Foxborough?
I mean, it's completely in limbo, obviously. I mean, if you're Belichick and your guy over there in San Fran is like in limbo, why not try to bring him back to Foxborough, man? You know, you tried to ship Brady out to keep Jimmy G. So now that Brady's not in the equation anymore, why not bring your guy back? Like,
Yeah, you know how much pressure it would be on Garoppolo?
Bro, you know how much pressure would be on Bill?
Both of them.
Bill. More importantly, Bill.
No, I think more on Bill than
More
Jimmy.
on Bill.
More on Bill. Yeah, I agree with you guys. But from a fan standpoint, for Garoppolo,
we're gonna kill him.
For Garoppolo, it's like I don't know if he's
for both of them, bro. First time he throws an interception, Gillette Stadium is chanting Brady.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like that could take a toll on your psyche, bro. Like I don't know if like he got.
I don't know if he's ready for it.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough, bro. Boston Globe, they're gonna, like it's a couple bad games. Might be slow for the kid.
I can see the headline now. This is who they chose over Brady, and it's going to be a picture of him getting sacked.
I mean, CJ, but let me ask you: would you rather have Cam back on a 1-year deal, or would you rather have Garoppolo?
Oh my God! Why you do that to us?
Oh, both of y'all! I forgot y'all both are New England fans.
I
got this.
I think I'd take Jimmy, bro.
I would too.
I would take Cam. I would take Cam just for the
Taking
situation.
Cam?
Because
actually, you know what? No, you're right. I would take Cam and draft a quarterback.
That I was gonna say that's the other option, like re-sign Cam and then draft a quarterback to compete with him in camp, and then that should be your say all.
Sign Cam back. I guess everybody's talking about Mac Jones, and then see where it goes from there.
Yeah, I agree. That's what they should do. Like I said, for the reason Garoppolo, he's talented. When healthy, obviously, when he was a starter, he led him to a Super Bowl. They were 7 minutes away from beating the Chiefs. So, he's good. He's good. He's not great. He's really good. But again, Bill drafted him, and that was supposed to be the time where they were supposed to transition off of Brady. Brady went to 3 Super Bowls since they drafted Garoppolo. 4 now. So it's like winning 3. And if he goes there, they bring him back with a completely different roster. Roster's not well. I mean, we have 65 million cap, so we'll see what happens. But in terms of bringing guys in,
they're going to sign some nobody.
Have, like, as far as the players that opted out this season, are they all supposed to be coming back?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
I mean, that's a positive.
It's a positive. It's a positive.
So like Hightower, Patrick Chung.
Hightower, Chung. Who's the wide receiver that opted out?
Marquise Lee.
Yep, Marquise Lee.
There's a couple other. I think was it Marcus Cannon or Shaq
yes,
Mason?
He did opt out.
Yeah, one of those. I think
Cannon did as well too.
Yeah, one of those guys. Yeah, one of those guys. Well, one or both. Yeah, opted out. So get a couple guys back, but it still doesn't answer the wide receiver problem, the edge rusher problem, the middle linebacker. Well,
Hightower addresses that. Yeah,
the outside linebacker problem. So still a lot of questions there, but I would if worst case scenario, I would keep Cam for one more year. Get some talent around on the roster. And yeah, I mean, because honestly, like you look at the market, there really isn't anyone out there. You take Mariota or Cam.
I'm probably taking Cam.
I think I'd take Mariota.
Cam. Really? Oh man.
But you got a disclaimer for Connie, bro.
No, bro. I don't want either of them, but I mean, shit. I don't know.
I mean, it's gonna come down. It's gonna come down to that, bro. I mean, unless best case scenario is you get Cam, draft Mac Jones, and Mac Jones outperforms.
Listen, no, CJ. Best case
I
scenario.
think the best scenario for y'all is that y'all trade Gilmore and 3 firsts to get Deshaun. You feel me?
Well,
that's the best.
I'll trade 3 firsts, Bill's grandkids. I mean, for Watson, that ain't no problem. Listen, this was the plan that I had. The Patriots should have hired me as GM for one off season. I would have traded for Wentz, signed Allen Robinson, and then taken the rest of the cap space, got whatever offensive pieces, and then every draft pick would have been defense. I'm telling you, I should have been the Patriots GM.
I like Wentz. I think,
bro, for a second and a third, you don't think we should have traded for that?
I think it was you're right for what they got. Yeah, I mean, you could. I looked at it too. I was like, I mean, we could have given that up, but I feel like the Colts was probably the best place for him.
Oh no, it probably is.
Just from the head coach standpoint and his relationship with Frank Reich, Wentz and McDaniels,
Wentz and Bill.
That could go salty real quick, you know.
Yeah, Wentz and Bill. Yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, I think he went to the. That's the reason why only one team wanted him, and it was the Colts.
Damn, the fall from grace, bro.
Yeah, for real.
I got all these Super Bowl posters on my wall, and now we're talking about Cam Newton. What a life!
Like I said, looking at the season, like really looking back at the season. Look at some games. We could have got some W's. Could have easily been 9-7.
They should have beat the Bills. Cam fumbled.
I said that to Nick. Like, yo, Cam dropped the ball literally in that game against Buffalo.
Justin Zimmer.
Bro, yeah. I think if Cam plays the Chiefs game, they win.
If Josh McDaniels calls a quarterback sneak with your 6'5", 240-pound quarterback and not a QB power out of shotgun on the 1 yard line, probably beat the Seahawks.
I said, I think they would have beat the Chiefs if Cam played. I really do.
Yeah, definitely. We were in that game up until the fourth quarter. So, that's with all the lack of talent. So, like I said, I think we probably, honestly, man, he'll probably resign.
It's
looking like that. It is.
Yeah, we just might have to just get used to that, bro.
After he put those goods, he put the good word in on Bill. So
yeah, he said, and I quote, "Bill cool as shit."
Yeah, Bill's cool as shit, man.
Yeah, so I feel like he's probably going to be back. So,
all right. Well, we'll move it on to the last topic real quick. Don't want to go too long here. We're at an hour and a half right now. So Alex Smith kind of said that he felt almost unwelcomed or unwanted, coming into the season with Washington. Just, your thoughts on that and, anything you want to say about that, CJ?
What did he really think that the Washington football team was going to do? I mean, you talked about that was a life-threatening injury potentially for Alex Smith. So, of course, they're going to try to look elsewhere. And like I talked about at the top of the show, the team is going to do what's best for the team. Always, they're always going to put team first. Always. So they drafted Haskins. That didn't work out, obviously. So, and they're probably going to be on the market again. I mean, we just talked about Cam and the Patriots. I feel like either Patriots or Washington football team make the most sense for Cam. So, they're still looking for that QB. That just goes to show I don't think he's going to be back with Washington for sure after those comments. And it's cool. He clearly used it as motivation. He definitely helped them get some W's to win that division. But it's unfortunate. But like I said, the team, they didn't know what the future of your career was going to look like, so they had to explore their options. So I understand why he's upset, but it's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone thought that he would make the comeback that he did. Especially the Washington football team, like the team that has him. Like, so I mean, you had Allen originally starting. You had Haskins. They obviously thought those two quarterbacks gave him the best chance to win even before Smith. So it's like yeah, it's a great story what he did. He came back. He was able to play football again. He played pretty well. But just like CJ said, I mean, they got to make the best choice for their team, like going forward. And he's still rehabilitating. They don't know if he's 100%. He had this life-threatening injury. I mean, as much as he'd want to be the starter, and have faith in his team that they think he could win with them, but just like you said, it was up in the air with him, man. I mean, he came back. It was a great story, but it was up in the air. They had to do what they had to do.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you guys on this. Like, it is a great story, and I was really happy for it. It was still kind of like, it was kind of scary, bro. Like, I almost did not want him coming into that game. Like, the story was cool and all, but like, even the look on his wife's face when he got put into the game, she was even like, "Oh God." But like, bro, really, what'd you expect? Your leg was almost cut off. You almost died. The team probably didn't even think you were ever wanted to play football again, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Oh yeah, I want to start." Like, I don't even know if it was unwanted. Maybe that's his personal feeling. It was probably like unnerving for them almost. Like, it was probably just a weird situation. I don't know what he expected. Like, I don't know if he expected to be welcomed back with open arms because the story was so cool and things like that. But I kind of see where Washington's coming from.
I feel like they still kept him with open arms. They still had him on the roster. Like if they wanted to, they could have cut him and did whatever with him. They still respected him enough in his story to keep him on the roster, and felt like God forbid our two quarterbacks go out, and we'll have you come in. I mean, that's kind of what happened in a sense. I mean, Dwayne Haskins was just a bum, but like, and then Allen got hurt obviously, but from there, I mean now they got Heineke on the nice deal, and who knows what's gonna happen? Maybe he's the big number one now. I mean, who knows?
Heineke, the big
number one.
He looked impressive.
Listen, he played good in that playoff game, bro.
He definitely looked good.
I was very impressed.
I mean, against Brady and the Bucks,
against that defense, yeah, bro.
I mean, hey,
bro,
they look better than the Chiefs did.
Well, I was about to say Washington put up the most points against the Bucks in the playoffs.
That's crazy.
Like, that's
7-9 Washington.
Listen, we clowned it before. Well, at least I did. But hey, they gave the Bucks a fight. Like, there were moments in that game where you're like, "Is this really about to happen, bro?"
Is this really? Yeah, no, definitely, 100%.
100%.
So it definitely got interesting, but. That'll do it. Unless you guys got anything else to say, anything else to chime in, that'll do it for the topics right now. You guys good?
Oh, yeah, we good, man. Definitely.
All right. We'll thank the sponsors one more time and do the plugs and get on out of here. So, if you're into the betting world, make sure you go over to mybookie.ag and use code USN100 to double your first deposit up to $1,000. As I said before, we got the NBA in full swing. The NHL's around. We got racing. There's fights all the time. The baseball's coming up. Like, bro, go out there, win yourself some money. Follow us at Unwrapped. Bets Unwrapped. They'll give you all the player props, everything else you want in life. You go ask them questions if you have any about the betting world. Then, with your money, make sure you go over to RxHemp, RxHemp-USN. Save you 10% on your entire order. They got the CBD creams. Like, if you're us New York people and you're shoveling snow every single day, you might need a little RxHemp, make you feel brand new in the morning. So make sure you head on over there and get that. It would help if I could speak English. Then make sure you go over to Teespring/store/Unwrap. Check out the store. Cop some merch. Support the guys. If you want to support the hard count, maybe buy a little T-shirt, a little something like that. Put some money in me and CJ's pockets. You know what I'm talking about. Nice. Or Go to the Unwrap store, support, the brand in itself. We got fanny packs for you LA weirdos that wear them. We got leggings. I wear them all the time, bro. Really,
We got leggings. I wear them.
Really helps my figure, bro. So we got the sweatshirts, we got posters. Listen, we got everything. So make sure you check that out. Hard Count, Business Casual Basketball, Ladies First, Backstyle Banter, Gen Z, Keeping It Blunt. I mean, Count the Bucket. Everything has a show. Saturday standouts, like everything got merch, bro. So make sure you go check out your favorite show. And then last, certainly not least, of course, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/unwrapsports. $1, you're supporting the squad, telling us that, you like what we do. $5, you get entered into an Amazon gift card giveaway, 10% off the store I was just talking about. And you get entered into our Discord chat where, you get to have conversations like this every day, 24/7 about anything you want. We got different chats set up for basically everything. Hell, we got music if you want to talk about it. So make sure you check out that. And then $10 a month, you get everything I just said, except the 10% discount goes to 20. And you got entered into a Keenan Allen signed jersey giveaway. It's authenticated. It's powder blue, so it's beautiful. So make sure you go check that out. It's on our Twitter. We're giving away something of that caliber every month in the $10 tier. If it's not going to be a jersey next month, it'll be a signed mini helmet, anything like that. So make sure you check that out. But that'll do it for the sponsors. CJ, what you got for the people? Actually, no. I'll start with Nick, our guest. What you got for the people, bro?
Man, I just once again appreciative that y'all guys had me on today. Always love talking sports with y'all. Follow me on IG, Twitter, right at my handle next to my name, PROD Caviar. I make beats. If you got a SoundCloud, follow me on SoundCloud the same. You can hear my beats. We could, email me. Trying to make some money.
Big
Buy a
rapper
beat, man.
things.
Buy a beat, man.
Buy a beat,
Big
man.
producer
Buy a
things,
beat,
bro.
man. Let's blow up together. Let's take off to the moon.
Word to Doge, bro.
But yeah, man, that's all I got to say, man. Once again, thanks CJ for having me on, including me. Always appreciative of it. And if you wanna run the yard ting with me and CJ, man, add me on PSN, Juglord, JUUGLORD.
Yes, sir. CJ, what you got?
Yes, sir. Garda Podcast, Garda Pod on IG. Find me on Twitter at that handle right there next to my name. NBA Top Shot, CJ versus the World. You know what I'm saying?
Top shot.
Top Shotters, NBA Top Shot, man. Holla at me. Let's get some open up some packs. Twitch, CJ versus the World. Yeah, man. 3 for 3.
Yes, sir. As for me, Mondays, Generational Sports, 7 Eastern. Tuesday, obviously, me and CJ do this. So the hard count at 10 Eastern. Thursday, I got Backstop Banter, which is, everything baseball. So make sure you check that out at 10 Eastern as well. Twitch, gaming, I've started putting all the shows on there as well. So make sure you check that out. Listen, if you got a, Amazon Prime, you want to drop a Prime sub on your boy, feel free. I accept all donations and things of that nature. So make sure you check that out. And speaking of that, you can support the podcast as well. If you go to if you got any questions about it or can't figure it out yourself, I got you. You just click on the little anchor support thing. You can support the pod for 99 cents, $4.99 or $9.99 a month. So if you got, $1 laying around and you want to support me and CJ, feel free to sign up. It is greatly appreciated. And then for Twitter, Anthony Conover _ for my personal, Gen Z Sports for my other show. Make sure you go and check that out as well. We were supposed to have Trey Wingo on last week.
Wait, what's the word on that, man?
Oh, that's fire, really?
Yeah. Supposed to have Trey Wingo on last week. Some things came up, but we rescheduled. He's coming on March 8th. So make sure you check out Generational Sports Monday, 7 Eastern, March 8th. Your boy's excited. Hopefully nothing comes up again, because I might have been a little crushed when he said something came up. But make sure you check that out. That's all I got, folks. CJ, pleasure as always. Nick, always a pleasure.